So this weekend, in just a couple of days, is the Saints' first preseason game this Sunday on the 10th. Or of course, we'll face the Chargers in Los Angeles heading to SoFi Stadium. So in today's video, I want to talk about 4 things that I am definitely looking forward to, and of course, everybody else, every other Saints fans as well, could be looking forward to as well for our first preseason game. It is a pretty big first preseason game because we'll get to see a lot of stuff that hopefully we'll get to see to look forward to when the regular season also starts. So again, I'm going to go over 4 things in this video, 4 things that I definitely am looking forward to, not only just for this first preseason game, but also for the rest of the preseason and also going in for the regular season, as these are also the key things that I'm looking forward to for these next few games for the preseason. Now, with that out of the way, and that being said, before we get into the video, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys haven't yet on the channel, hit that subscribe button, also hit the notification bell for future upcoming videos on the BrewCrew channel. And with that being said, and that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into the video. So this is in no typical order. These things are not really in a typical order. These are mostly just the 4 major things that I definitely looked up and have seen as well, but also I think definitely am also looking forward to as well. So let's go ahead and get into my number 1 thing, and probably everyone's number 1 thing that definitely is looking forward to for the Saints is the quarterback battle right now. Of course, we still don't know an official full-time starter for, of course, the regular season for the Saints. So sorry about that. Happens every time in my videos. But no, yes, the quarterback battle, we still don't know an official full starter for the regular season. I don't know who's actually going to be starting first in this first preseason game. But definitely it is looking like that all 3 quarterbacks, Spencer Rattler, Tyler Shook, and of course Jake Haener, are going to definitely get some good playing time. Of course, probably not all of them are going to get playing time in this first game. Of course, there's other games as well to see how they do, and mostly, of course, with this first game, definitely show not just with this first game, but with the other 2 games throughout this preseason, can show like who the team might be leaning towards more of who they want as the starting quarterback, and showing us fans who could potentially be the starter, the backup, and of course the 3rd string as well. Right now, even though yes, Jake Haener has been having a really good training camp, I really think it's still a battle between Spencer Rattler and Tyler Shook. It's now right now, after the past few days, has been kind of favoring Spencer Rattler right now. Of course, towards the beginning of training camp and all that, Tyler Shook had been kind of getting ahead as well, kind of being the favorite. Still sort of is the favorite in my book, but I still, of course, am good with Spencer Rattler as well because, of course, talked about this before. He's already had the experience. But all in all, I think it's really going to be a big battle between those 2. But I definitely am looking forward for Jake Haener to get some playing time and opportunity, either in this first preseason game or throughout the preseason as well. So we'll definitely have to see. So yeah, that is definitely the first thing, is the quarterback battle between those 3 quarterbacks. Thing number 2, coming in at number 2, is another sort of position battle. It is with the running backs. And no, it's not for the starting or running back position, because of course we do have Alvin Kamara, but Alvin Kamara, of course, will not be playing in this preseason game. He will, of course, I believe, be at the game. But this gives a lot of opportunity for other running backs that we have to get playing time and potentially be the backup to Alvin Kamara, because, of course, don't know how the season will be for Alvin Kamara, because as Saints fans know, of course, you never really know if Alvin Kamara is going to be 100% for the full season, or if he's going to be on and off like he was last year, dealing with injuries. So you kind of need a good running back to kind of back up Alvin Kamara. I mean, of course, we have the young Keandre Miller, definitely looking to get him some playing time. Definitely can't wait to see what he does in the preseason, and definitely when he gets opportunities in regular season. But he does have some tough competition, though, in this running back room, with 2 veteran running backs, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and of course Cam Akers, who we just signed as a free agent this offseason. Both have been doing really great, especially Cam Akers has been doing really great in the training camp. as well. We do also have the rookie running back that we got out of Kansas, Devin Neal, potentially could get some playing time as well. Haven't really heard much about him, but we also had an undrafted free agent, Marcus Yarns, who could also potentially get playing time as well. So really, all in all, with this running back room, with these backup running backs that of course are not Alvin Kamara, with him not playing in this preseason game, or probably at all in this preseason, gives a lot of opportunities for a young Keandre Miller, young Marcus Yarns, and a young Devin Neal to kind of showcase their ability, especially those two rookies. Of course, Keandre is still trying to prove himself, trying to show himself. He's still a great, amazing athlete. He played a couple games last year and was really good, had some pretty big runs last year. I believe he had a couple of touchdowns last year as well. So, I mean, this definitely still right on him of being a good backup quarterback, or backup running back for us behind Alvin Kamara. And then, of course, you have the veteran Cam Akers, who is a really good running back as well. And then, of course, you have Clyde Edwards-Helaire, really great running back as well. Now, of course, he's had an up-and-down career, of course, with Kansas City, and, of course, now coming back home to Louisiana to play with New Orleans. And so, yeah, so definitely that's sort of another thing that I am definitely looking forward to. And mostly an interesting thing that I'm looking forward to with this running back room, especially with these running backs getting time to play with Alvin Kamara not playing this during the preseason. And definitely looking forward to see how the running back situation goes going into the regular season with Alvin Kamara as a starter and potentially whoever of these running backs becoming the sort of second string, and seeing where these other running backs, what these other running backs' roles are on this offense or on this team, really altogether. So yeah, that's the second thing to be looking forward to for week one, preseason week one. Third thing, number 3, the third thing is mostly with the defense, mostly the defensive scheme with, of course, with our new defensive coordinator, Brandon Staley. Yes, of course, it's a preseason game, but still we're going to get our first look at our defense under a new system. That is, of course, not with Dennis Allen, now, of course, with our new defensive coordinator in Brandon Staley. Excuse me. With Brandon Staley, there's a lot of other stuff really with this defense, so definitely interested to see how this defense works with this new system under Brandon Staley. And mostly the defense all around with, of course, really key players as well. Of course, a lot of players. There's, of course, the question of how these players will adapt to this new scheme. Of course, really players like who have been with the Dennis Allen scheme for a pretty long while, like Demario Davis, Cam Jordan, those veterans, definitely trying to get used to this new scheme. I don't know if they're going to be playing in this week 1 preseason week 1 game, but especially with the younger second string players or younger stars on this defense, now seeing them in this defensive scheme under Brandon Staley. So definitely, of course, interested to see how the system works, how the scheme works, how the scheme looks, especially with it being the preseason. See how it goes throughout the preseason, and definitely looking forward to see how it goes going into, of course, the regular season as well. So that, of course, the defensive scheme is the third thing to definitely look forward to going into preseason week 1. And the final thing right now, the final thing is number 4. Thing number 4 is young players and rookies. Now, of course, it's kind of combined thing. Mostly young players being young second, third year players probably who've been on the team, but definitely could try to make some kind of impact in some sort of way. And then, of course, there's the rookies who could be looking like to get playing time, of some sorts, especially during the preseason and potentially going into the regular season. So let's start off with young players. Young players like Isaiah Foskey, Jordan Howden, Bub Memes, and Mason Tipton, and Kool-Aid McKinstry as well. Now, first, of course, with Bub Memes and Mason Tipton, both, I believe, coming in their second years. I believe both were rookies. I think Mason Tipton was actually second year, but still young receivers. And, of course, they're in a receiving room with, of course, with Brandon Cooks, the veteran who we just signed this offseason, Rashid Shaheed, and Chris Olave. So definitely with Bub Memes and Mason Tipton, they're going to try to get some playing time in this preseason to try to kind of show themselves, to maybe bump up the depth chart as a maybe fourth or even third wide receiver, and also definitely be reliable backup receivers in case, of course, we get hit with the injury bug again, because, of course, we know Brandon Cooks has been battling with injuries throughout his career. We know, of course, the injury situation Shaheed and Olave were in last year. So definitely also you want young talent like Tipton and Means to definitely perform pretty good, who both have been doing really good in training camp, and definitely looking forward to see what they do during the preseason and what roles they can kind of play going into the regular season. So there's those two players. On the defensive side for these next three players, Isaiah Foskey, who I believe is a defensive tackle, can definitely help out with that defensive line with, of course, Brian Brzee, Chase Young, and Cam Jordan. So there's also that with Isaiah Foskey. He can definitely help at that other defensive tackle position with Brian Brzee on the other side. So definitely looking forward for that. Mostly, of course, with the defensive backs, with Jordan Howden as a safety, definitely a big part and a big help that he can be with the safety position. Of course, we lost Tyrann Mathieu to retirement. So potentially looking like Jordan Howden could be getting more playing time going into the regular season, and definitely see how the playing time goes throughout the preseason as well, and see what role he can play going into the regular season as well. And finally, Colin McKinstry, who I actually am most excited for of the young players coming into his second year. Of course, really in the middle of his rookie year, he became a starting cornerback, as of course of us trading Marshawn Lattimore and dealing with injuries to Paulson Adebo and Alontae Taylor, who were out for a chunk of time. So Colin McKinstry stepped in. He played pretty good as a rookie, and he's been doing really great in training camp, especially, of course, in the words of Kellen Moore during an interview. He went on to say Colin McKinstry has been phenomenal throughout training camp, and really with him saying that, I'm definitely very excited to see where Colin McKinstry goes, and or like not goes, but like how Colin McKinstry does. I believe he is going to be playing during the preseason Week 1 game. Don't know if he's going to play in every preseason game, but definitely looking forward to seeing what Week 1 has in store, especially for Colin McKinstry, like what he has in store for that. And definitely can't wait for the regular season for him. So with stuff being good in training camp, I feel like we're going to see a really big breakout season by Colin McKinstry, so I'm definitely looking forward to that. So that's the young players. Let's get on to the rookies. Of course, Kelvin Banks, our first round pick, is definitely going to be someone that a lot of fans are going to be looking forward to, with, of course, him being a first round pick, and definitely, of course, could help this offensive line, which is another thing to look forward to as well, to see how this offensive line works with of course, a young Kelvin Banks, second year for Waga, and other veterans on the line as well. That, of course, is another thing, but I didn't include it because I didn't really want to talk much about it. But still, Banks is definitely someone to watch out for in this upcoming Week 1 for the preseason. Of course, Stutzman, what was his first name? Danny Stutzman out of Oklahoma, the linebacker. He's also been really great during training camp of what I'm seeing. And definitely could help out as well with the linebacker position with Pete Warner and Demario Davis. So definitely can't wait to see how he performs in this Week 1 preseason game. So yeah, definitely could have a really big performance and definitely show that he can be a reliable rotation linebacker guy, especially with Demario Davis and Pete Warner. Quincy Riley, the cornerback out of Louisville, who he's been getting some reps in also during training camp. Definitely can't wait to see him get the amount of reps that the team will probably give him in this preseason Week 1, and see what he does during the regular season, what the team potentially will have for him. Maybe have him as a rotational cornerback, maybe have him as like a third or fourth cornerback as well. Because, of course, the cornerback room, we got Isaac Yiadom, which I'm pretty sure he's a cornerback, Alontae Taylor, and of course Colin McKinstry that I just talked about. So having Quincy Riley as kind of that young fourth cornerback of sorts, especially going the regular season. But again, definitely looking forward to see how he performs during the Week 1 of preseason. Again, he's been doing really great. I've been hearing really great things about him, during training camp as well. So he's definitely someone. And finally, our second round pick of this past draft, Vernon Broughton, I think that's how you say his last name. He's a defensive lineman see where he probably lines up on the defensive line. Maybe he could be a rotational guy going into the regular season. So definitely looking forward to see. Haven't really heard much about him really during training camp, but definitely looking forward to see how he does in this preseason game and see what maybe the defense has in store for him as maybe like a rotational lineman guy. Of course, really probably the starting line probably looks like Isaiah Foskey, Brian Brzee, Cam Jordan, and of course Chase Young. Of course, sometimes we'll do the 5 line or whatever, but definitely looking forward to that as well. So again, those are good young players, great young players, and rookies that, of course, I'm looking forward to see how they perform in this week 1 preseason game. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so that of course is my 4 things that I am definitely looking forward to, and that also that y'all should be looking forward to as well, or could be looking forward to as well going into this preseason week 1. Of course, it's this weekend, just a couple days away. So football, of course, coming back, starting back. Yes, it's preseason, but still football coming back and all that. So don't know if I'm actually going to be able to watch this game because Sunday is my mom's birthday, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to watch it, but I will definitely keep up with it and all of that, and try to do some stuff post some stuff as well. Speaking of posting stuff, I actually didn't say at the beginning of the video, with my social media, of course, have my the YouTube's Instagram, link to that will be in the description below. Also have my X account as well. Go follow that. Link to that will also be in the description below. Try to also be doing some stuff on X as well, posting stuff and other things as well on X. But yeah, just wanted to go ahead and mention that. Sorry about the truck again. Another freaking truck. I don't know why. At least it's close to the end of the video. Anyway, so if there's no more interruptions, if you guys did enjoy this video, definitely, so yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, let me know in the comments down below. Let me know what you guys think about these things, looking forward to, what you guys are looking forward to for this week 1 preseason game. And so yeah, again, go follow the Instagram and the X and my X account as well. Links to those again in the description below. Definitely go follow those as well, and also go check out my previous video as well. Link to that will also be in the description below. Go check out that video as well. And so yeah, with that being said, again, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you guys hit that like button. Also, again, hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell for future upcoming videos on the channel. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, hope you guys have an amazing, blessed day, and I will see you guys in the next video.